So we are continuing with learning about Sikhism today, but before we move on, let's just rewind to what we did last week. Who can remember what the 5 Ks were? Who can remember the names? So we'd got the Kesh, which was the turban. We'd got the Kanga, which was the comb. The Kara was the bracelet. The Kashira were the short under trousers. And the Kirpan was the sword. And just as it says there, all men and women who belong to the Khazlar must wear 5 symbols which show that they are Sikhs. So we're going to be moving on today to finding out a little bit about the Guevara. So we're moving on to places of worship. I'm just going to have a little look, show you some pictures of some different places of worship. So all of these buildings look different, but what do they all have in common? Who might visit them? What do you think might happen there? So today we're going to learn about the Sikh Guevara and its importance to individuals and the community. And again, I may not have said it quite right, Guevara. I hope that's okay. So, to make sure that we're successful, that hopefully we can describe similarities and differences between a variety of Sikh Guevaras which exist throughout the world, that you can name and describe the significance of some of the special objects found within a Sikh Guevara, and that you can explain why the Guevara is an important place for many people by describing what takes place there, and that you can list some rules for how to behave in a Sikh Guevara. So, this temple is known as the Sri Harmandir Sahib, located in India, also known as the Golden Temple, and hopefully that's quite obvious. And it's the most famous and important place of worship in the Sikh religion, with its doors open from all the sides to people of all faiths. So that's quite an impressive Guevara. So let's have a look at another one. Looks totally different, this one. And this one is called the Hemkud Sahib. Hemkud, also in India, is a Gurdwara 1,500 feet above sea level in the Himalayan range. And people come here from all over the world. But that looks very different from the outside anyway to the Golden Temple we've just seen. This is another one. And this one is in London. This is the Gurdwara Sri Guru Singh Sabha, and it's thought to be the biggest in London. So we're now going to have a little look at what's inside a Sikh Guevara. So the Guru Granath Sahib is the Sikh holy book, and it's treated like a person, and it even has its own room during the night. And the book is placed on a raised platform under a canopy and covered with an expensive cloth during the day. So this shows how important and how precious their sacred book is. The char, which is a fan, and it's waved over the Guru Granath Sahib as a sign of respect. Langar. This is a free kitchen where food is served to worshippers without any charge. And you always see flags outside to show that it is a special place of worship, and the flag will contain the Sikh symbol. And there's the symbol. And you've heard about the doors already in the Golden Temple. So there are 4 doors into the Gurdwara to show that people from the north, east, south and west are always welcome. So you might find some other features. The most important feature is the main hall, which is treated with respect that you would give a human guru, someone very important. And it's kept in a room of its own during the night and then carried into the main hall at the beginning of the day's worship. So their sacred book that we've heard about is treated with great respect. And again, we know it's placed on a raised platform under a special canopy covered with a special expensive cloth when it's not being used. So we've heard about the 4 doors, and they're known as the door of peace, the door of grace, the door of livelihood, and the door of learning. Who can remember why there are 4 doors? And the doors are a symbol to everyone that people from all 4 points of the compass are welcome to enter. So why might people go to a Sikh Guevara? Many Sikhs visit for worship, just like many Christians go to a church to worship, and other religions go to their places of worship. It's also a place to learn more about Sikhism, as well as being a community centre offering food, shelter and company for those who might need it. And the morning service begins with singing a hymn, and there's also a religious talk, sometimes called a sermon. Prayers would be said. Then there are readings from the Granath Sahib, their holy book. And why do we know that book is holy, and where is it in the Gurdwara? We know it's placed on a raised platform and covered with an expensive cloth. And last of all, food is served to everyone so people can eat and spend time together. So they also visit the Gurdwara during special festivals to celebrate gurus such as Guru Nanak, because he started the Sikh faith. And you might have remembered about him in year 5. Potentially you might have done that with me when you were in year 5, learning about Guru Nanak. Sikhs don't have priests, so any Sikh can lead the prayers and read from their special book. So other festivals happen. Engagement ceremonies can take place at the Gurdwara, and thanks is given for bringing the man and the woman together. The wedding ceremony takes place in front of the special book, and at the end of the service, everyone eats in the langar. So how do Sikhs show respect? Anyone is welcome in the Gurdwara, but there are certain rules that you need to follow. you need to cover your head. Can anybody remember what that's called? One of our 5Ks. You need to take off your shoes and wash your hands and feet before entering. And when you enter the main hall, you bow in front of the holy book, touching the floor with your forehead. You might offer a donation, such as money, flowers, or food. And you would sit quietly on the floor with your legs crossed, facing the Guru Granath Sahib, the special book, the holy book. You would never point your feet at the holy book, as this is disrespectful. Men and women sit in different places. This is how they show their respect. So there's a few questions just there, and then I'm going to upload this sheet so you can have a little look at this one and see if you can connect the picture to the description. You might also want to look at the other video that's on the timetable, the BBC Bite-Size one, and that's showing a little Sikh child taking you to their Sikh Guevara and what they do there. That's it for now.